Welcome everybody back to Boost Emotion, guys. And today I want to have a conversation with y'all. I want to talk about the Nissan R32, but just specifically this one that I see that's posted from SEMA. So, guys, let you already know what to do. Let's hit that intro. Welcome everybody back to Boost Emotion, guys. And good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. Welcome everybody back. Welcome everybody back to the channel. I really appreciate you guys for banging with your boy Boost. My Boost Emotion family, I already know you hit the like button, so thank you, and I really appreciate you guys. And if you're new to the Boost Emotion channel, watch this video and see if you like it. You know, I do report the news. I do talk about some automotive content, but today we're going to talk about the Nissan R32, and I really want to give you my guys' honest opinion because I've been in this Nissan Infinity platform for quite a long time, but I don't really talk about old cars, and there's a reason why. And I'm gonna get into it in this video. But let's just go to the article quickly and let's just go over this dope ass build, right? So, the drive posted this 930 horsepower R32 GTR in dry carbon midnight purple is $1 million build. Now, I love when they showcase people's builds because, well, I love it. Like we all love cars, and the car looks immaculate. It looks freaking amazing. Look at this thing. Just look at it, right? Japanese tuna house garage active bought a show-stopping Nissan GTR to SEMA, treated carbon fiber reimagined from the top to bottom. It's an excellent demonstration of how special the GTR can be if you got six figures to throw at a build. You see, this is what happens with SEMA. As I said earlier in one of my videos, SEMA is just a playground of just showing off. That's it. Who can outdo the most? Who do outdo each other every year? It's all it is. And at some point, I get why companies and these brands and stuff, this their playground for this, but it's like sometimes it's complete unrealistic. And I'm gonna continue to speak on this. So let me fast forward. Unlike a stock GTR, this car doesn't feature an RB26 under the hood. Instead, it got a built RB30 under the hood from HCAS with a massive Garrett turbo to boot. The RB30 block, as seen in the R31 and the Holden Commodore, is often used by engine builders seeking the more displacement without the hassle risk of boring out the RB26. Just the HKS long block alone is $80,000 before taking into account parts like the turbo, exhaust, engine management system, and etc. You see what I'm saying here? You guys see what I'm saying? I think there's like a halo effect that's for these cars. Like I love the R33 mainly, the R33 guy. I like that on the car the most. But also the 280, 240, and we can continue the Z's. Like we love these Halo cars, right? But I think at some point I'm just like, just particularly in my honest opinion, it's freaking overly inflated. I'ma say it. Because most people are not going to be able to afford to get this car just regularly in the United States. We were loving and waiting for the 25-year rule. If anyone knows what the 25-year rule is, after 25 years, we could pretty much import any car that's 25 years old, depending on, the federal laws and stuff like that, right? Because you don't have to deal with emissions and other stuff like that, right? But some of these cars are literally sitting on lots across the world for nothing, right? But because there is an interest in the United States and Canada and some of these other places, they'll sell to you for 20, 30, $40,000 USD. And it's insane. I know I'm not necessarily picking on the car, but I hate that the culture it creates because the average person has this dream of owning like a R32. And I remember when we first could bring it over, I'm seeing it for like $15,000, $20,000. And now I saw at $30,000, $40,000 because supply and demand. But an $80,000 motor is nothing new to someone who builds motors. But how much you really love a car, in this case, this is a company, so it doesn't really matter. But the average person isn't going to build an $80,000 motor in this car. They're not. Like $80,000 a motor, how much cars you can get? You get like a a used 2010 to 2014 GTR for the price of this engine. You see what I'm saying? And amongst other things, this car is beautiful, but it just shows you that there's this unrealistic glass ceiling. According to Sakamoto, it's running low boost at 27 psi and puts out just 930 horsepower. It's running an OSJX 6-speed sequential gearbox to put the power to the ground, rated to handle about 1,500 horsepower. The less price of this transmission is $13,000. So it was already almost over 100 grand, pretty much with taxes, for the motor and transmission separately on a crate. That's it. Over 100 grand. This car is finished in a delicate coat of midnight purple. Midnight purple was the first offered as paint for the R33 model. See what I'm talking about? Love the R33. And the deep color, I don't want to talk about the pearl finish anymore. See if you look at some more of these photos of this car. I love the wide body. Oof, I love the wide body so much. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. I just got like so in love with that. Attention to detail is key. Whenever possible, the carbon weave lines up across the panels, even between the interior parcel shelf and the trunk lid outside. Even the seatbelts have been given the midnight purple treatment to match the exterior. Love it. Last year, the car attracted offers over $1 million. With this car going even further in terms of overall finish and performance. Given the work involved and the cost of components going into the build, it's easy to see why the Garage Active R32 is considered the 7-figured car. And there's nothing else really more I want to talk about. Let's just talk about the interior briefly, and that is it. Take a look at this car, man. Take a look at these cars. I love what we're doing. I love that there's companies that can sit there and throw this money in the car and showcase what they can do. And I love that this is a playground because we love cars. We want to modify them. But I think as when I was a 14, 16, 17-year-old, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm a broke college student. I don't have any money. I want to get into automotive and I want to get into this car life. And when you look at the unrealistic price of some of these things, I remember when I was younger, a 240SX was, I would say in my teens, the 240SX was still under like $5,000 to $10,000, right? And that's with the KA whatever motor they have in there, right? They had the stock motor, and the bodies were in better condition in the mid 2000s. I'm talking about like 2003 to 2006. You know what I'm saying? Now, 20 years later, if you find a clean one's like $20,000-$30,000, supply and demand. And I think that there's this halo effect that we really created with these cars. And at some point, once again, I'm not coming at this car. This car is beautiful for what it is. I'm not coming at the owner. It's just at some point, it's like it's completely unrealistic. It's just, why are we doing this to ourselves? I would love to get a car and do this, but majority of us will get this car. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to invest this money, but then life comes in and we ended up selling it, and all we did was just change the headlights and put coilovers. I'm just saying, not shooting on anyone's dreams. They want to drive the car, they could drive it. But for it to end up like this, come on. Unlimited funds and a lot of freaking time and patience. Outside of that, guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Just wanted to give my quick reaction to this dope ass build. If you definitely like the video, hopefully hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Outside of that, you can add me at boostinmotion IG and Facebook, and also I have an email at boostinmotion@gmail.com. Otherwise than that, guys, you have a good day. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also, on top of that, if you want to purchase some Boost in Motion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you.